What's going on, Jason? Yes, you made it in first. The battle of generations, man. You guys got to be first. No I'm kidding. What's up? What's going on, Kelly? How are you? Yeah, but yeah, constant state of exhaustion. That's what we'll chalk that up to there, Jay. Um, that spot is absolutely awesome, guys. We went back there. I was there probably a year and a half ago. Talia was with me. We had a ton of fun. I pulled up a bunch that day, but didn't have a cart. What's going on, David? How are you? What's happening, T? Um, yeah, just need to be a little bit more prepared this time. I knew better. I should have put my hook in my cart. But I didn't think we were pulling out bikes because the last time we were there, we never got any bikes. What's going on, Ken? What is happening, Jay? How are you? But yeah, like you were saying, Ken, the spots that we've been hitting are starting to dry up because we're doing too good of a job, like you said, some of your usual spots, those are drying up too. Um, it's actually quite crazy that within just a short period of time, just a couple of years, these spots have been cleaned out, So maybe we just need to move further downriver and just start doing a lot like what the English guys do. I know what's his name, Steve from Hooligan. He does a ton of like just river shore tossing. He doesn't do a lot of stuff from the top of a bridge. So maybe that's what we just got to start doing is, park at these bridge spots, but then just walk down. Thanks, Jay. And yes, you do, Jason. Because you notice the difference in our videos when we're on Cape. Um, the fines aren't as big. Sure, we're still pulling up stuff, but we've got all the big stuff out of the Cape, so we have to travel too. I'm actually hoping that Brockton and I are finally going to be able to fish again soon. The idea is that this Monday we're going to meet at the Needham Bridge, the bridge that we got all those bombs, or he found an explosive there. Josh found an explosive. We've pulled out a few guns as a group, but um, there's one side of the bridge that we never got to because there's not a sidewalk on it. And if the bridge on one side produced all those guns and bombs, and I mean, I pulled a motorcycle frame out of there. I think it was like a Ducati. Um, but that's good. That is really, really good, Jay. The saturation is better. The more magnet fishers out there, the more, opportunity to get crap out of the water. So I'd be curious, mutual lake spot with the water count. I get curious about that stuff too, but the Charles River, which is usually the river that produces the most here in Mass, I can almost guarantee that we're not even touching the filth of the Charles. You know, they say there's a phrase in Boston that they love their dirty water. It's pretty much the Charles River, dirty water from the beginning to end, and it's a huge, huge river. But I know we're still getting stuff out of there. I mean, my yard is covered in it. Now that I have a truck, I can do a trip. I'm thinking about filming it. If I added that like to an end of a video, do people even watch those things? I mean, I know if you guys have done them. This dead body toxic blood, disgusting. That's not good. And local magnet fishing coming to a halt in Northwood's going to be down to 19 already. Ken, it's already down to 19 degrees. No, thank you. When I see 1 in 5 years. Another while we're out, they have junk magnets. Sure, they wouldn't. Yeah. When I've only seen a couple magnet fishers on the Cape, and none of them are like content creators or do videos like we all do. Um, but I did meet those kids that I ended up taking out one time. And I did meet another guy. There's a guy named John. He actually came out one day. He saw me on a live, and I was stuck in Harwich, and he came and helped me because he wasn't too far away. He actually worked right down the street. But those are the only magnetfishes I've seen on Cape Cod, besides people I've taken out. No, thank you for 28 either. 19 or 28. I mean, right now it's 43 outside, and it's chilly. They're saying where Ken and T are, it's getting to 19 degrees. No bueno out of that. Been cold at night, below freezing for a while. I hate the cold too. This guy definitely hates the cold because he lives in like the warmest water ever. That's where I want to be. What's going on, Mark? How are you, man? Appreciate you sneaking in there, my man. We needed to bring the temperature in this place up a little bit, Mark. It's, everybody's talking about 19 degrees and all that stuff. Yeah, it's going to be really, really cold soon. 30s and 46 would be one. Oh, Kevin, I didn't see you sneak in, buddy. It's even going to hit the 30s and 40s in Florida. Come on, man. It'll be 41 next week. Yeah, but you know what, Mark and Kevin, because you guys want to rub in your warm temperatures. It's only going to be 30 or 40 for like a couple hours down there, and then you're going to be back to the 70s and 80s. So give it a rest. That's where I want to be, though. I would love to be around warm weather all the time. Problem with Florida, though, and Mark, you're an insurance guy. Tell me how much more you guys pay in home insurance down there than say we do up here. No bueno. No, thank you, T. Yeah, Mark, as an insurance guy, whatever. What would we be looking at? It's definitely more. Okay. Because no matter where you are in Florida, you have to get flood. Well, yeah, hurricane. You probably have to get flood insurance too. Um, they tried to actually make me take flood insurance, and I live in like the center of the Cape. I'm 5 or 6 miles from the water on this side, and I'm 5 or 6 miles from water on that side. And we're actually higher up. There's no chance of my house flooding at all. 1 inch of snow forecasted. It is a scam for flood. That's hysterical, Jay. Yeah, Mark, mine actually went up. I dealt with this probably over a year ago. I woke up one day, and went to go like make my regular mortgage payment, and it was almost double. And that's because my insurance policy had renewed, and literally it almost doubled. I did get rid of it. I absolutely did get rid of it. And I didn't do it. I went to a different friend. I found a local insurance agent, and she actually got me a a better deal than I was originally paying. But it's gone up since then in the past year. It's kind of ridiculous how it changes and fluctuates all the time. Everyone has doubled and tripled, but the problem is, Mark, is they don't. I don't know if everybody knows that they can call in and get it looked at. That's what this new insurance agency I was talking to, she told me. She was like, it's good every 6 to 12 months to relook at your policy again. I don't really know a lot about that stuff. It's only the second house I've ever bought. So I usually just pay them until I see something that makes me go crazy and start screaming, and that's what happened when I got mine doubled. That stinks getting old, you know? If you get cheaper insurance, you might not get insurance. Yeah, well, it's not. See, so that's the difference, though, Mark, is I actually got the same like levels of coverage on everything that I wanted it for. I just got a better, I just got a better rate because insurance companies are really, really weird like that. You would think the longer you were with them, that you would benefit from it, kind of like your driving record. You know what I mean? Your car insurance does, believe it or not, go down when you drive better. So if I don't have um claims on my policy, why should I be paying extra every year? If anything, they should be incentivizing people. And instead, you get a better deal when you sign up again. So if you have to keep switching companies, that's fine. That's why the person I did go with, she's just an agent and she works for a whole bunch of independent companies. My insurance company hangs up on me every time I call. Then switch insurance companies. It's that easy. Switch them. Everybody thinks that like all these companies have monopolies, but there are places you can switch to. I had my first claim and got canceled. Holy crap, Mark. See, and that's always my worry. What happens when I do have a claim? Because that's kind of like having an accident, you know what I mean, with your car insurance, and then their rates just go through the roof. There was no way when they doubled mine. There was no way I was going to do any. I was going to be able to pay that. It was nearly unaffordable. Luckily, my brother knew an agent locally. She fished around and saw what type of deals. That's the deal. Got a good one. I tried to actually have her bundle in my auto insurance, but she couldn't do as good as the current insurance policy that I have. And it's actually one of the decent companies. They incentivize you. The more you have through them, the cheaper it gets. Yeah, we don't see him around too much, do we, Jay? Yeah. Yep. The little things I can take care of, you know what I mean? But God forbid something happens. Oh my Lord. Well, hopefully everything is okay, Ken. I mean, you guys have been out magna fishing, so I'm going to assume everything is good with y'all. But a $13,000 claim. Is it really slowing down though, Mark? Because I'm surprised you're not even anywhere around here because we just went through a huge couple windstorms. Bucky, what's happening, my man? How are you, buddy? Got like the whole old crew back in here. Maybe it's the winter time. The winter time, everybody's coming back in. I don't know about you guys, but it's getting dark at like 4:30, 5 o'clock here now. So inside activities are happening. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna try to reach out to Brockton. We're supposed to get together for Monday. I was kind of hoping he was in here. Installing a dishwasher. A tree limb fell on my truck roof. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Are you still using Suno for that? For writing your songs? That was what I just used for that silly sea shanty thing that I did. I wrote a fair share of the lyrics. I tweaked it and then fed it into Suno like multiple times. Yeah, yeah, no, I wasn't calling you old, dude. Who said? Who was it? Someone saying I was calling him old? What are you calling old? No, I wasn't calling anybody old. What the heck is going on? Ken does have a fan club. See? Jeez. You do find old stuff. Look at what you looked at. That's what I was talking about with Wagon Wheels, with the stuff that you guys premiered last night. Was that an actual true wagon axle, Ken? And if so, what do you think the date is on it? Because it's probably been a minute since someone's been using a wagon around there. And Bucky, do you know what you're doing with that dishwasher, bro? You did date it to 1800. That's crazy. So one of our shorts, actually, I found something, nothing like that wagon axle, Ken. But um, somebody that was watching it said this item that I got that looked like a railroad spike, but it was very, very short and kind of short and stubby. Calm down. Um, they said it might actually have been a ship deck spike. So I'm trying to figure out a way of getting that looked at. Yeah, that's the word. That's what I feel like the seniors sometimes, T. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. If you guys are the seniors, then I am the budding senior of the gang because I'm right. I'm not too far away from you. I mean, Jason was giving me grief for pulling up a pipe and complaining about it. Yeah, Ken. So I mean, similar to these railroad spikes, it had a similar head to it like this, but it was only like this big, and it was probably like a lot fatter and tapered toward that. Um, oh yeah, well that too. It could be a wedge also, Kelly. Either way, it looks like it's old. That was a wedge. Yeah. It could be that too. I had somebody also recommend that it was also a log splitter. I don't know. I don't know enough about that stuff. I'm a cable guy. Who are you talking to over there? It's actually smaller scale track spikes. And that could be it too, Ken. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, that's what it looks like. Don't be fooled. Um, T. I don't know about Mark, but it takes us months to even get any sort of money from YouTube. I would love it if they just paid for my gas. You know what? If you guys actually hold on, I'm gonna go grab that. If you guys literally have 3 minutes, it'll take me a minute to go out the door and a minute to turn right around. I'll grab that spike if you want to try to figure out what it is. Okay, well it's Mark. That's the old guy, not you guys. He's 62. Yes, yes, something that found. Okay, only took half a second. Turned into a robot. Okay, so here it is, guys. What's that thing? Let me see if I can get a better picture of it. So you can see, like, if I grab that, I mean, like, that's a regular railroad spike, and it's much, much larger. See? Whose birthday is it? Happy birthday. Didn't realize that. You're not even 40 yet. Get the hell out of here. Yeah. But yeah, calm yourself down. But look, see? It's not long and skinny, dude. But like, yeah, I mean, size wise compared to the railroad spike, I mean, literally sitting right next to it. It's really, really thin. It's really thick. And it's heavy. Probably weighs at least a pound and a half per spike. That's why I think I don't know. It's a lot flatter of a top than a railroad spike too. See? God, why doesn't it want to focus? Stop looking at me. See if we can force it to. There we go. Yeah, that's what you think. Yeah. There were more guesses that it were a split and wedge over a spike. So that's probably what it is. We'll go with that. T says it. Kelly says it. Everybody says it. I think they're onto something. Yeah. See, that's what Bucky says too. Like 4 or 5 people have said that that's what it is. So that's probably what it is. Used for splitting logs. If you guys remember, I don't know if you were what if everybody in here watched the video, but you saw the spot where we were, and there were all these old pylons for an old deck that was there. And so maybe they were using it when they were breaking all that stuff down or something. They were breaking down a lot of the old beams or something. Yeah. 62. My son actually, it's his birthday today. He's 22 years old. He's in Maine and he's going to be down not this weekend but next weekend. It'll be his first time coming home since he moved to Maine in January, and I think he last came down in maybe June. So he hasn't been back to Cape. He hasn't met my dog. Um, yeah, no, no hooks on the end. Just a chain. We're at Maine. He lives in Augusta. Augusta. That's why a few weeks back, Mark, you actually saw us up there too. We met up with Colt and went magna fishing, and that dude that's friends with Colt found that like 1800s axe. Yeah, 1800s. They got it dated, and it was super old because right near there is an armory, like right on the other side of the river. Maine's a fun spot to be. I liked being up there, but it's also too cold, especially now. It's getting even colder because they're more north. I'd prefer to go south, get warmer. I don't want to deal with snow anymore. I will still go ice magnet fishing, but I'd much rather do it in the warmer weather. I love my sweatshirts. Sweet. What parts? Because Colt is in Auburn, which is right next to Lewiston, where they had that shooting a bunch of years ago, Lewiston, Maine. Quite likely then about the spike, or even stuck in a tree that was used as a pylon and worked itself out over time. in the water. That could be it too. I mean, it's definitely 110%. It's been sitting in there for a really, really, really long time. The beginning, the tip of it. I don't know if the camera will even focus on it, but you can see it's almost. Come on, focus, focus. I want to do it. Anyways, it's kind of like shredded up at the top. I don't know why it doesn't want to do it. Let's see what that is. I'm going to pull that up off screen here, Kelly. Let's see if it lets me copy it. I don't know if it's going to let me copy it. Of a wood splitter. Okay, I'm going to go somewhere. Wood splitter old. Wood splitter. Yeah, I mean, some of them look similar. Wood splitter old spike, maybe. Oh, yes. You know what? You know what, actually? There's one right here that looks identical to what this is. Yeah, and people are like selling these things on Etsy. It's exactly what it is. It's a I'm gonna open the page up and then I'll share it. Yeah, let's go. This is exactly what it is. All right, cool. So let's go back here and we'll share it. Thanks for coming, Jay. I appreciate it. Adios. Yeah, come on. Why am I not getting the right screen here? Share screen. All right, so there we go. Check that out, guys. So I found a listing on Etsy. I don't know if that's which one you found, Kelly. Take it easy, Jay. Appreciate you popping in. But if you look, it doesn't quite have like a flat end to it. I mean, I guess it does. It actually does, guys. That's definitely what it is. Good catch. That was a good guess because that's exactly what it is. Somebody is selling theirs on. Oh, okay. Don't know what yours was priced at, but this one says $62. Word. That's actually my first one find of those, so I'll take it. I'll take that 100%. That's a first time find. After finding probably 40 to 50 railroad spikes in the past 2 years. I might have actually passed off a few railroad spikes as log splitters then, because I think I found a couple that were short and stubby like that. That's pretty awesome, though. It's pretty cool, though. I'll take it. What items do you guys have on your list that you haven't caught yet? $12.99. I'm gonna go for the $62 on mine. I wouldn't sell it though, unless like I found out it was actually worth like a couple $100. But I would like to find, especially being around here, I would love to find some musket balls, which is why I've gone magnet fishing up in Concord, Massachusetts a bunch. And I would definitely go back to Concord again. It's a great spot up there, but there's so much history in Concord. And because that was where the shot heard round the world was back at the beginning, those I would love to catch too. 100%. I didn't catch this one. I didn't catch this one, Kelly, but Chris Maybe actually sent me like 3 or 4 caltrops. So I didn't catch these, but I have some. I would like to actually catch some of my own though. That's definitely what I'm more interested in. I'm obviously extremely appreciative someone sent them. Someone said they were going to send me one. Maybe because it's vintage. You know, when you put fancy words like that before an item, you can charge more money. That's all you have to do is call it vintage or antique. A closed completed safe. Yeah, I would like to find another one. Ken, the one that we found was actually our very first video that Talia and I did together. Was we found a safe, but it was open and it was absolutely empty and probably was super old. I mean, even the wiring looked like it was like janky old wiring. I'd love to catch another safe though, and I would love it to have some money in it that's recoverable. You know, that doesn't hurt at all. Those guys down in New York, um, I still don't know if they've gotten their cash back or not. I know that they sent it out to the Treasury, the guys from Let's Get Magnetic, and I know they have reached out to them, but I don't know if they've gotten an answer yet back. I mean, even if they got half of that money, I wouldn't mind a couple $100. They really do. They really do. There's something about them that I guess people are watching, but I'm sure they are still waiting for it. That was the last I knew too. Um, went magnet fishing with them and a group. I went with Joker, Colt, Donnie from Mischief Magnet and his wife, Kevin from River City, and there was also a guy named Ian that was there. But I'm still in like one of their chat groups, so I don't even chat anymore. But I kind of try to keep up with what's going on with them. I think it has been over a year. Here he is. What the heck is wrong with this guy? We were calling your name earlier and it just like took you forever. It was like you heard it. Yeah. I one of my big places that I would really love to go out. Sounds good. Awesome. That was the answer I was looking for, dude. Monday sounds good. Um Word. We'll park right where we parked last time, dude. Because we can bring our car. Actually, you know what? If we go to the top part of the lot, dude, we'll be right where we need to walk in. Boom, we're doing it. Bringing back the old school bridge. Let's see what the other side has, dude. I mean, if we've been able to pull up multiple guns, the explosive you got, the explosive Josh got, there has to be stuff on the other side. There has to be. 100% has to be. And worst case scenario, if we can't quite get out there, we'll just get kayaks next year or get one of those paddle boats because I think you can rent the paddle boats. We all do. We're forcing them to come out though. Brockton did just meet those guys when they came into Boston. Um, and now I'm forcing him to come out and meet me on Monday. To send a gun to your waterways. Oh, I'm trying to think, Kelly, up in that area, I think you'd probably have to take a hike. I would go out to like Albany or something. I mean, really, or you know what? How close are you to Utica? Utica is probably if there are bridges in Utica, there's some stuff in that water. Rochester, you could go to Rochester too. We have a Rochester here that's kind of a sketch area. Not too far from oh yeah, there's Syracuse too. I have a friend who owns a restaurant in Syracuse. Um, I didn't like Utica either. When we were on our I know I talk about it frequently, it's not whatever, but when we were playing music and stuff like that, we played in Utica once. And I hadn't we didn't go to too many areas where I tried to stay with our gear the whole time. So when we set up a table, I made sure all of our gear was right near our table. Utica was not a great spot. Yeah, that's awesome, David. Yeah, of course you do, dude. But I have another. I don't really call those friends. You should call those guys customers. Customers. You have a ton of customers that own restaurants. I'm just busting your chops, dude. But Syracuse was nice. That's a place that I'd go back to, David. Um, it's been years since I've actually visited those friends. They were friends of mine when I was doing a lot of running back in the day. We would do these events called Ragnars, and they were like these big relays, and we would get teams of 12 together, and usually we'd get 3 teams of 12, so we would get 6 vans of all me and my friends and his friends, yeah. And they found that money a year ago. Two brothers. Thank you, man. That is absolutely awesome. Holy crap. Thank you. You're the man. I'm guessing the government will push it to the 2-year mark. Don't they always? I mean, they don't want to give back money that somebody took. That's awesome though, Mark. You know what? I think I can actually do that too. I haven't done it for the month. Did you know as creators there? It's funny, I just get a notification that Mark does rock. That's super, super appreciated, dude. I'm just gonna go here real quick, see if it lets me give any away too, because you're supposed to be able to give away um 10 free channel memberships per month. Let's see. Does it let me? Per month. Oh, turn the volume down. It's flashing. Oh, and Brockton did. Holy crap, you guys are crazy today. Thank you. Extremely, extremely kind to both of you, Mark and Brockton. Mucho, mucho appreciated. Memberships gifting. So I don't, my month isn't up yet. All right. You guys are crazy. Thank you. And that's something I got to really, really work on, is trying to do a lot of this behind the scenes stuff on the membership things. I've kind of drifted out on it, but I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for gifting. There is some fun stuff on there, and when I do try to like edit out a lot of the cuss words or some of the really weird antics, that stuff actually goes up on the members pages uncensored. So I guess that's the benefit of watching that stuff. You guys are awesome. Super, super awesome. But now that Brockton has agreed, that means that we will be going live on Monday. How we figure it out, if we're going to go live from the top of the bridge for a little while, which I think we should do, dude. We should hit the top of the bridge first and then hit the bottom. The top always has more stuff. So um should definitely be looking out for that. You guys are amazing though, Mark and Brockton. We're getting pretty close to 8:30, guys. I'm gonna start wrapping. That is absolutely, absolutely appreciated. Any idea we could do? We could. Okay. So Ken, Where you, I tried messaging in the actual live last night. Did you guys try to do it through YouTube or did you do it through StreamYard? What's going on, Jody? I didn't see you sneak in there. How are you, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Since I didn't type it, I'll give you the emoji. Yeah. So which one were you trying to do, Ken? Were you going through YouTube or StreamYard? YouTube. Okay. This happens to me sometimes, or it did happen to me before. Even though everybody saw the live, for some reason it went up as unlisted. Are you definitely not? I'm just making sure you don't make the same mistakes I do. I hadn't chosen public. I had chose either unlisted or private. And I don't know if it streams when you've got it unlisted or private. I think you have to be public. I'm not 100% sure. But that would be one of the settings I would look at first. I always go, believe it or not, right before I go live, I go from the bottom up because for some reason YouTube is really weird on my phone. And if I put a title in or something like that, then I don't see the unlisted part. I don't remember to make it public. So I start right at the bottom and I click all the options that I want before I get to the top. It is easy and works good. That's what we're using right here tonight, Mark. But I think they were just trying to go live for just like a quick chat last night, and they were trying to do it on YouTube. And no matter what they were doing, they couldn't get there. But T and Ken, if you can, try to take like screenshots of like if it happens again. I mean, heck, one of these nights you should just, yeah, of course. Now you're here. But that's happened to me too before, Ken. Let me see if I can bring it up on my phone. And I'll show you. I'm not going to go live, obviously, because I don't think I can go live twice. Our StreamYard needs to be redone. Our card got hacked and we had to cancel and get a new one. Oh, I don't pay for it though, T. StreamYard is free. I never put a credit card in there. But if I hit that live button, right, you have that option, like all this stuff here. Guys, I always start right from the bottom. Because if I don't use all these things, then when I go up here to hit that unlisted button, mine automatically defaults to unlisted for some reason. I don't know. Okay. You should you should try it out again. And if you have issues, try to record what you can. You guys are nutcases. It's like, see, these guys are like kids. They may not see each other for a while, but they just fall back right back into the usual behavior. Children. Didn't you just say you were 62? Yeah, and if you do experiment and run into another roadblock, Ken, I absolutely I'll try to do exactly what Jay is. I'm not saying I'm an expert at all. I mean, I make so many damn mistakes on this computer. But if I can try to help, I'm willing. You know, just send me a screenshot or what you're looking at, and if that looks weird, absolutely 62 years young. I'm only busting your chops, dude. um, I'd be happy to help where I can. It had to have been just, if I'm guessing, Ken, it was just that you just missed like one little setting or something like that. Yeah. I don't like being called sir all the time, even though I guess I've earned that title. Really? Yeah, you definitely should. Just use StreamYard if you can, T. Like I said, without seeing the screen, I mean, I wouldn't mind, again, if you guys even went like just FaceTimed me or something and we just looked at some settings. But whatever works for you guys, get StreamYard again. I've never put a credit card in there. I did at one point pay for it, but that was when they went from $10 a month to 40. And I'm not taking a $30 a month increase and agreeing to pay that, you know? Considering the amount of free users they have, you would think that their pricing would be a lot better. You know, because I think a lot of the free people would eventually upgrade if they made the price better. Heck, I would go back to that plan because I would love to get rid of that logo up there. It's public. We think our computer didn't like it. That may be it too. Maybe T. Maybe for some reason. You could always try. I don't use the webcam on the actual computer itself. I bought a separate one, but it was only like 30 or 40 bucks. So maybe the camera or something like that. Because I actually didn't even hear audio, so you must not have gone live at all. But regardless, if you guys need a hand with it, you guys know how to get in touch with me on Facebook. I'm gonna take off, guys. It's 8:35. Got a couple things to do before bed. Still have old Windows. I have Windows too, but I think it's like 10 on this one. But anyways, I am gonna take off, guys. Brock, Tony, and I will catch up with you in the next couple days, and we'll figure out what's going on. I remember Windows 3.1, dude. It's fine in August, but who knows? It's like a car. One day it starts T, and the next day it doesn't. But I'm out, y'all. Talk to you guys later on. Really, really appreciate it. Appreciate the chat. Appreciate that we figured out that's definitely some sort of a wood splitter. Now I'm going to clean it up. Adios.